Hey guys, I'm Dimension Jump and today I'll be reviewing The Witcher Season 3 Volume 2, which was released back on the 29th of July of this year. Now, this is the second half of Season 3, which contains episodes 6, 7 and 8, and it continues off from episode 5, from Volume 1, and which is when Geralt finds out that I think some of the members of the Brotherhood and there's like this coup thing, and everyone from the party from episode 5 have taken sides and stuff like that. And then in episode 6 it's all about Ciri going into this other sphere thing after going to the pillar thing. I forgot what it was called. I think it was like some kind of artifact. I don't 100% remember the name of it, but it's like this ancient artifact that brings the spheres in alignment or something. I think I explained it in season 2, and then in episode 8, it's all about Geralt recovering from his injuries in, I think, episode 6, and just trying to find Ciri, and just I think episode 8 kind of like sets up season 4 in a sense. And overall, I would say in volume 2 of season 3, I would say that probably episode 6 is probably my favourite because that has the most action in it. And I'm not saying that any of the other episodes has fight scenes or action in it. It's just, I feel like season 3, episode 6 kind of feels like the final episode in season 1, in which you had that huge fight with the Brotherhood and I think some Nilfgaard soldiers, and that kind of feels like to me in episode 6, because like I feel like the first half of season 3 was more about setup, and then volume 2 was kind of the consequences of the first half, and it does happen. I would say in the second half, as I said with episode 6, it continues it straight off from episode 5, and yeah, you kind of do see, and again, it's all about the consequences of what happens in some of the previous episodes, as well as in volume 2. So like in episode 5, at the end, Ciri is interacting with that artifact pillar thing, and then in episode 6 she goes to another sphere, and she's in this sort of like dimension desert thing, and it's full of sand. And then in episode 8, it's kind of setting up season 4, but also doing some of the consequences I would say from the previous episode, because it's kind of like you have Geralt trying to recover, you've got some of the Brotherhood kind of in, I would say in disarray because of what happened in episode 6, and yeah, it's not. I would say volume 1 as it is more about setup, and I think I prefer volume 2 because it's what's happened after everything that's happened in volume 1, and yeah, it's more of the consequences a lot of the characters have taken in that part. But overall, I would say volume 2, I would say it's okay. I would say overall season 3, volume 2 is decent. I feel like I would say it's kind of setting the seeds for season 4, if we do get one, because from what I've heard, season 3 isn't probably from what I've heard, isn't the most well received, mainly because of Henry Cavill leaving the show as Geralt, which I'll probably talk about in my overall season 3 review. And yeah, I kind of see why, and obviously volume 2 is decent, but it's decent, I would say, but maybe have some more improvements here and there. I'm not 100% sure, but I feel like it could have had a bit more fight scenes, like maybe 1.5 maybe. I'm not really that fussy, but see, I do like the whole of episode 6, because that episode is just a lot of fighting in it, and that feels like the most action-packed part of season 3 as a whole, since I would say, I don't know, probably the final episode of season 1 and probably the final episode of season 2. I feel like those 2 episodes are the most action-packed ones in their seasons, and episode 6 is probably the most action-packed episode in season 3. And there are some nice twists in this half. For instance, in episode 7 or 8, we are told that Ciri is going back to Cintra, to the White Flame, but it turns out that it's actually one of the brainwashed people that Geralt found in the castle cave area he was in volume 1, and that's kind of an interesting twist too, because they do talk about Ciri, like, oh, Ciri's going back to Cintra or whatever, but it's actually someone we saw in volume 1, so it's kind of a good twist. And if we do get a season 4, it would be interesting to see how that pays off, maybe. But yeah, I would say overall, volume 2 of season 3 is okay. I would say it's better than volume 1 in my opinion. And yeah, it's okay. It's decent. Episode 6 to me stands out the most because it's the most action-packed part of the season overall, and it's okay, I guess. And yeah, so that's been my review for volume 2 of season 3 of The Witcher. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.